Here we go. You know what? I know. Sauce in the City is my favorite show. I know, yes. Brenda is my girl, don't you know?
And I had it on mute. So shout out to King Dave. Love that intro. And welcome to Sauce in the City late night comedy game show, where me and my funny friends are bringing our brand of fun and games to your late night arena. This is a live show, folks, meaning one thing and one thing only. I'm only responsible for the intros. After that, you guys are on your own. And yes, I did say me and my funny friends. And have we got some folks in the studio for y'all tonight? First up, we got Speed Bump. Hey, Speed Bump. Love
Hey,
the shortened name.
you're welcome.
It is good to see you. Good to have you back. How are you feeling? You know, where you at in life?
I'm doing pretty good. I am over here with my girlfriend. Finally, I did an open mic show last night. It did pretty good.
Woo! Okay.
Yeah.
How do you think you did pretty good?
I don't think. I know I did pretty good.
Ooh, I love it. Do not try, only do. Well,
Yes.
Speed Bump, since you guys have now solidified your seats in the studio, we now have time to start to get to know y'all a little better. So, the question of the night is, if you could have a live stand up comedy special on any streaming platform, which one would you choose? Hashtag weigh in, y'all. What do you think?
Well, my main goal is kill Tony.
Okay. So your what is it? Mount Rushmore of things to do is to get on Kill Tony.
Yeah, that or Americans Got Talent.
Ooh, I like it. Okay. Well, it sounds like you are ready to help me to introduce to the stream our next contestant. So who will it be?
Let's go with Mr. Insane.
Insane in the membrane, insane in the brain. Welcome to the stream.
Hello. It's glad to be here. Apparently, this riot's going out in the streets, so I'm hiding in my unknown location. And I aspire to run a game show to put people like Cerebral Speed Bump on it, to then give them money and make money on a network and expand an LLC and other shows and make a movie.
Oh, lofty goals, but I like it. That's what we do around here. And we are going to see how close we can get. Well, welcome to the stream. And it sounds like you're ready to help me to introduce our next contestant.
Next, we'll call one of the women. Let's see. Rose is back from Vegas and in Connecticut. Close.
Okay,
Welcome, Rose.
good choice. Hi, Rose. Welcome back to the stream.
Hi, Brenda. Hi, everyone.
Well, as we were discussing earlier in the green room, welcome to the family. Welcome to the Sauce in the City catalog. It is so good to have, a new, fresh perspective around. And, we hope that you're as happy here as we're happy to have you here. I hope that made sense.
Yes, and I am happy to be here.
Very cool. Okay, Rose, same question to you. If you could have a live stand-up comedy special on any streaming platform, which one would you choose?
A Netflix special to try to do like an hour of my comedy. That would be great.
Okay, what would the title be? What do you think?
Just Rose Valley. I mean, I would just probably just do a mixture of all of my stuff. But I mean, do you mean like to meet a celebrity or like a host or just?
I think it would be
Mhm.
Rose's Valleys.
Rose in the Valley. Yeah, Rose in the
Yeah,
Valley.
there you go. Well, it seems like you're ready to help me to introduce the next contestant to the stream. So who will it be?
It will be Nikki Halstead.
Okay, girl power. Hi, Nikki. Welcome back.
Hello, hello, hello. How you doing, Brenda?
I'm doing amazing. I had an amazing day. It was amazing. This show is going to be amazing. And your trip sounded amazing.
Yeah, it was. It was a short trip, 5 hours to me. It feels like it goes in a flash, but it was hot. I've got sunburns just from like driving with the truck windows down. I got sunburns just on certain parts of my leg, and then like on just the upper side of my arm, just still white as the driven snow everywhere else. But just the tops, I have the worst farmer's tan right now. But I got back to some Southern staple food. You know me, I love a snack now, but I got back to some of my favorite things, and I went and saw Bacon, spent some time with her, spent a couple of nights, in her world and seeing about, just being back in the country. Springfield is like a massive city, in my opinion, so it was nice to get back to like crickets and just nobody around in case anything goes wrong, or like it was a great time. I can't wait to get situated and go back down there and do it all again.
Okay, well, you get to answer the same question. If you could have a live stand-up comedy special on any streaming platform, which one would you choose?
Tubi, because it's free for everybody.
I love it. You know what? Like Tubi, people be sleeping on Tubi. Like Tubi is the channel, okay? If you don't have any money and you want to keep up with like all the shows, go to Tubi.
Yeah.
Those movies though, we're gonna have to talk about the movies. But it seems like you're ready to help me to introduce to the stream our next contestant. Who will it be?
We're gonna ease right on into Malfunction Junction.
Let's do it. Malfunction Junction. What's your function?
Slinging meat to the mouths of the hungry all over the world.
That can be taken so many ways, but I hear that you got a new job, so tell us about it.
Well, from what I understand, if you get my meat in your mouth, they're going to want to swallow. So it's it's always a good thing. Having a lot of fun with it.
Well, if anybody could have a good time with slinging their meat, it would be you, Malfunction Junction. So
I can't believe I ain't caught a charge.
welcome back to the stream. Question: if you could have a live stand-up comedy special on any streaming platform, which one would you choose?
Probably Crackle.
I love Crackle. That's people be sleeping on Crackle.
Yeah, and they got good movies too.
Oh, what's your favorite movie on Crackle?
Damn, man, there's too many to count. They got a bunch of good Steven Seagal movies on there that actually counted for something back in the day, before he got fat and defected to Russia.
Well, y'all have to tune in to Crackle to see those. Question, same as everyone. If you could have a live stand-up comedy special on any streaming platform, which one would you choose?
I feel like this is Groundhog Day. Crackle, Netflix.
I feel like it is too, but it probably for the people in the back.
I love it.
Which includes me. So welcome back to the stream. I see you settled all in. Where you hi Damien. I was waiting for this. I knew I was on the countdown. I was like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Damien with his Freddy Krueger shirt on. Well, it seems like you are ready to help me to introduce our another contestant to the stream.
Let's see. Who else do we got up here? Bacon didn't make it back, did you?
I tell you what, we'll let the games begin right now. I'll give you 5 points if
Randy Holton. I had Alzheimer's for a minute.
Randy, all the way from Tampa, Florida. Hi, Randy.
Hi, Brenda. Hello, everyone.
It's good
What's
to
up?
have you back for your 9,866.5 episodes. So I'm glad you could make it.
Yeah, I had a show tonight, but the Fire Sticks showed up, and Tampa really lived up to its name, Fire Sticks. Crazy lightning.
Oh, wow. You'll have to tell us more about that in the green room later. But welcome back to the show. And Tony, or Malfunction Junction, oh, man, you were almost right, because when I asked the question, she was definitely in the studio, but you would have won. You won 5 points because you picked Randy instead of her. I was going to let you make that bet. So to start the episode, we're going to need a point keeper. So who's going to be the point keeper?
I'm a terrible counter.
I'll screw that pooch.
Nobody volunteers for the point taker?
I just said I'll screw that pooch.
Oh, good.
Okay. Oh, is that what that means? Okay.
That's a yes.
Apparently. Now we know.
Now we know.
Right. Well, I didn't know it was going to come so soon after the intros. I thought we were going to have a second to get warmed up before we went there, but I see we're right out the gate with Screw the Pooch. All right.
I never scored on one time.
Malfunction Junction is our point keeper. So do the best that you can, because whatever you say is the word. Okay, so you are the word, but it's up to each one of you to keep your own point score. Everybody with me so far?
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
Bird. Bird is a word.
Well, it's time for us to jump into the opening act to get some giggles going on around here to open the show. And this is always a cast vote, because I'm always interested in what the cast has to say. So Speed Bump, you're up first. You've had a chance to mingle with the cast in the green room. Who would you like to hear more out of tonight to open the episode?
Insane. No hesitation.
No hesitation. I love it. Nikki, how about you?
Rose.
I love it. Rose, how about you?
Insane.
Oh, 2 for the insane in the membrane. Malfunction Junction. What about you?
Rose.
2 for Rose, 2 for Malfunction Junction. The race is getting hot. All right, Randy, who's got your vote?
I'm jumping on the Rose bandwagon.
Ooh, 3 for Rose. All right, insane. You could tie it up right here between you and Rose. What would you do?
I'm going to vote for Rose. Because it's just. I broke down here in Ozark Land, if anyone knows where that is.
Yes.
Well, we'll have to get more information on that later. All right, Rose, your cast has voted you into the spotlight. We're going to put 3 minutes on the clock, and you are going to be our opening act of the night. And it does not have to be jokes, but for the love of late night. Rest of the
Let
cast.
it be funny.
Right for a while.
No pressure.
Okay. So, my husband always makes jokes. He's a Giants fan, and that means that he's not a Cowboys or an Eagles fan. So, like, if I ever wanted to mess up like the Eagles and the Giants playing a game, I would just kind of like wish for a tornado, but not just any kind of tornado. Like Mother Nature, they give the worst, blowjobs, which is basically if Hershey syrup were to, like if the earth were to be 500 degrees and all of the Hershey syrup were to melt 500 degrees, but then have a tornado of chocolate syrup to land on the Eagle Stadium while Giants were actually playing, and all of the chocolate syrup were to land on it, then maybe the Giants would have a chance to beat the Eagles. But not only that, like we're talking about, then all of the chocolate syrup would also land on like Rose Valley, Pennsylvania, because it's a place. And Parks and Recreation would be having like their like, let's say that they're having like a movie, and also let's say that all of the congressmen and senators were also having a picnic there, and then all of the chocolate syrup, like 7 feet of it, would land on all the senators and congressmen, and Donald Trump could say, see, and all your prostitutes are licking out everybody, and then nobody gets in trouble because once you go chocolate, you don't go back. Because because everyone's licking the chocolate off of him. And Lamar Odom and Caitlyn Jenner happened to have their like podcast there that day, and then it snows and Lamar goes, see, I was a setup. I wasn't doing cocaine there. You know what I mean? So it was like just that one freak accident that one day. Do you know what I mean? Like, because the chocolate syrup went like what, like I don't know, 4 counties. But it's like 500 degrees. That could happen. It reminds me of like when I had my house in Waterbury, and it would have been worth $300,000 if only, a Mother Nature tornado could have like blown it to Beverly Hills. But like otherwise, it's only worth $70,000. But I owed $150,000. Do you know what I mean? Just Mother Nature doesn't work that well for me. Do you know what I mean? Like it's underwater. Otherwise, the value. It's location, right? But yeah, so that would have been the one time that maybe the Giants could have beat the Eagles. You just have to have like 7 feet of chocolate land on the stadium. But yeah, but then even still, insurance doesn't cover that, right? and who's going to clean up all that mess? And you got to be careful if it's a dog park, because you don't want to let all the dogs out. Who let the dogs out? Because they can't be licking chocolate. They just can't be. So there's that. But I mean, speaking of pets, I mean, the reason I don't have pets is because, you have to feed them. Otherwise you go to jail. You know what I mean? That's the same reason I don't have kids. You got to feed them. Otherwise you go to jail. And then, dogs are so picky. Oh, I have to have the expensive dog food. I got to have the expensive stuff. And it's like, can't they just eat whatever you give them on the floor? No, I'm so picky. So, these little dogs and cats today. And then my friends, they have to buy these.
All right. Time is up. All right, Rose, very nicely done. I couldn't wait to hear where it was going to go with the pets, because I was so with you about like pet ownership. People are like, oh, get a dog. And I'm like, yeah, no. So very nicely done. Tell the people tuning in today, tomorrow, and beyond where they can find you if they want to hear where that story was about to go.
Okay. I am building like an Instagram, this Rose Valley 50 at Instagram. I am also building YouTube with the same thing, Rose Valley 50 at YouTube. And you can find me here. And I sometimes go to Broadway Comedy Club in New York City. But mostly I'm just here, trying to be here as much as I can be on Sauce in the City late night comedy game show.
Yay!
Yay!
And you got the name right. So that ought to give you some points with the cast. All right, Rose, I did not get a chance to set your game board because, we're always about jumping right into the game. So this is going to be Press Your Funny. And what I'm going to do is offer you a chance to get some points and get on the board, right? Because that's what the game is about. So I will give you, because you have no points, so,
right.
The choice is very singular here. I will give you 3 points if you can pick 2 people that you think turned their stream on for you for your performance. And let me set the board now. If you liked what Rose did, leave your screens on to show your appreciation. If she didn't make you laugh, turn them off and we'll talk about it later on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, interesting. And so we will reveal them one at a time. So who's going to be your first choice?
Randy Holton.
Now, why Randy?
I was hoping I heard his laugh.
He does have a distinctive laugh. Well, let's see if you are correct. All right, Randy. Boom! What got you to turn your screen on for Rose Valley?
You know, I love those fantasy stories that probably would never happen. A chocolate tornado that goes into Eagle Stadium and wipes out the Eagle football team.
Well, at least you know he was paying attention. He got the teams right. And I was thinking about the tornado of chocolate sauce, but okay. So you're halfway there, Rose. Who's going to be your second choice?
Let's see. Insane.
Ooh, okay. Now, you didn't sound like you were all the way sure about that. Tell me your thoughts.
I'm just not sure whether or not he might have thought it was funny. I don't know if he's from New York and if he was a Giants fan. I'm hoping maybe he thought it could have been funny.
Okay, I like your reasoning. Well, let's check it out. Insane in the membrane. Insane in the brain. What got you to turn your screen on for Rose Valley?
Because what she was saying was so insane. As I tried to follow it, I felt like I was at the chocolate factory, with Willy Winky and Wonka, and it was a bad trip because the Giants, they were my favorite team when I was a kid, and everyone made fun of me. I said I used to watch the Jets play. I'm very confused. It's been a long day. I had to chase 3-year-olds today. Oy.
Oh, wow. Well, all of that, and you still came out with the camera on, Rose. So congratulations. You have your 3 points. You can walk away now and take your 3 points, or I will give you 5 points if you can name just one more person that you think may have turned your stream on. So what will you do? Will you press your funny?
I'm going to press my funny and name one more person. I'm going to say Nikki.
Okay, you're going with girl power. You're going to stick with that girl power thing. You're feeling the vibe, right? Like,
I'm hopeful. I don't know.
Well,
No.
you should have taken your 3 points. Nikki, camera on. What prevented you from turning your stream on for your girl?
First of all, I just want to start off by saying I feel really, really guilty right now. Oh my God. Okay. It may not even entirely be her fault. I have been smoking some weed. It may have been too strong, but I couldn't follow that for shit. And it was not because I didn't want to. I was invested. I was in it. I was right here. And I don't know what happened, Rose. I'm sorry. I just could not get into the rhythm. I'm so sorry. But I love you though. I think you're great. That's probably maybe just me.
Well,
That's okay.
Bebop turned his camera on, and so did Malfunction Junction. So you are at the end of this round with
No
0
worries.
points, but
0.
still definitely a funny set because you lost me in the tornado. And right when you picked me up, Rose, right when you picked me up, it was over. And I was like, what? Okay. Okay, we gotta follow her, and go to her shows to see what happens, in pet owners land. So very good. Y'all
I'll
give
have
it
to
up
be
for
continued.
Rose Valley. And it is now time for the sponsor spotlight. Whoa,
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 whoa, whoa,
Whoa,
whoa.
spotlight.
Spotlight. Whoa,
spotlight.
whoa, whoa.
Ow!
And work. I love
Good
when I
word.
have backup. Yeah, it works. Well, shout out, of course, to all of the folks that are helping us with these comedy cards, comedy collector cards. You know, I can't even tell you guys how much I appreciate your work and your support on this endeavor. So I can't name you all, not yet, because I don't have the list, but definitely shout out to, um, you know what? Y'all might be tuning in. Let me see. Oh, y'all are tuning in. Shout out to No Zach No Breaks Estrada.
That's my dude right there.
Ooh it, ooh it. Shout out to him for the clips that he's been clipping, because he just makes this job so much easier. So shout out to him and my boy Nacho Brian. He says Rose had me wrapped up in that story and had some good jokes. So thumbs up to you, Rose, and shout out to Nacho Brian and Bacon, the combo team, for these graphics for our comedy card deck. You guys are flipping amazing, and I can't believe the people around you was sleeping on your talents. But we are gonna show them today because this is a live sponsor spotlight. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Yeah.
Sponsor spotlight, y'all. And shout out to Ralph Richardson. He's out in the audience. He says, "Are Damien and Dickie lovers?" I don't know what that means, but y'all say hello to Ralph, okay? Y'all say hi. Say hi, Ralph.
How's your
Right,
face,
Hi,
Ralph?
Hey, Ralph, what's happening?
And again, like I said, this is one of those moments where I can't possibly play a video because it just wouldn't meet the moment. Because I am so excited about the launch of this card deck that I can only shout out to those who have had something to do with its creation. So shout out to all of y'all. Good job. We are on track. We made it. 50 decks sold. Yeah, y'all clap it up for yourselves.
50
I'm
decks.
so excited.
50.
All right. Now that I've finished blowing my own arm out, patting myself on the back, it's now time for us to jump into our new game alert. Do not try this at home yet, y'all. This is only our second time doing it. So, um, categories is the name of the game. And what is going to happen is I'm going to give the entire cast a chance to get some points and get on the board. How y'all feel about that?
Yes.
Awesome.
Yes.
Okay.
Tell us
The
more.
rules are so simple. I'm going to put up a category and you guys have to name something under that category. You guys are going to go round robin. There can be no stutters, no ums, no pauses. It must be quick fire. If you do, you are out. If you say the same answer as another contestant, you are out. Rules are very simple so far.
Yes.
Yes.
See you,
Yep.
Brenda.
Yes.
Last person standing wins. Everybody with me?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, here we go. Question. Name an animal that has spots. Cerebral
out?
speed bump.
No.
Dalmatian.
Nikki.
Leopard.
Rose.
Tiger.
Malfunction.
Jaguar.
Randy.
Polka dotted zebra.
And just like that,
Morskus.
he's out. Boom. Okay. See how easy that is? So congratulate yourselves on making it through round 1.
Thank goodness.
All right. Ready for our next round?
Yes.
Ready.
Yep.
Uh-oh. I think
Boom. Question. Name some benefits to dating someone who is 20 plus years older than you. Cerebral speed bump.
Experienced.
Nikki.
Financial security, baby.
Rose.
Senior discount.
Hey. Malfunction junction.
Dead daddy issues.
Insane.
Less memories of fights. What?
Speed bump.
I'm out.
Yeah. Just like that.
That did
Boom.
count.
We're down to 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. You guys have made it. You gotta be quick on the you gotta be quick on the button, okay? Here's our next topic. Name this hairstyle. Nikki.
The not no, but hell no.
Rose.
Ponytail.
Malfunction junction.
Nap jerk.
Insane.
Dollar store stick on.
Nikki.
Where's your mama?
Rose.
Stick up.
Malfunction.
Joystick.
Insane.
Blow pop holder.
Malfunction.
Mm.
Uh-oh.
Yep, got me. Caught me.
Caught him slipping. All right, it's down to the 3 of you. The race is hot. You guys are doing great. We're off to our next topic. What did you love most about the 90s? Nikki.
The music.
Rose.
Mariah Carey's music.
Insane.
The cocaine.
Nikki.
The day or the parties.
Rose.
That it's over.
Insane.
Depeche Mode.
Nikki.
Mad Dog 2020.
Hey, Rose.
I was in my 20s.
Insane.
A lot of really good weed.
Nikki.
Gas prices.
Rose.
I was in California.
Nikki.
The weather.
You are so out. All right. Rose and Insane. You guys have made it to the last round, to the champion round. So congratulations. One of the 2 of you will walk away with 5 whole points. Are you guys ready?
Yes.
All right, here we go. Name a bad place to take someone on a first date. Rose.
Soup kitchen.
Insane.
Jail.
Rose.
Dollar Tree.
Rose.
Oh, like the Dollar Movie Theater.
Uh-oh, she's out. She did not understand the nature of the game. Congratulations, Insane in the membrane for taking it home. And you didn't have to say one word.
I had an answer. I forget what it is. What was it? Oh, yeah. Bad. Someone else's barbecue, right? That you're not invited to.
Well, good thing that you already won, because with all that and and you would have been so out. So thank God you didn't have to say anything. Congratulations on the 5 points. You did amazing, as did the rest of the cast in this game of categories. And it goes much faster when there's only 6 of them here. So we can get right on into the You Say Trivia, an interactive comedy trivia game. This is a 5-point round. It is an all or nothing round. If the cast gets the answer correct, the contestant wins the big goose egg. If the cast gets it incorrect, the contestant wins 5 points. Y'all with me so far?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. In order to decide who's going to get to ask their trivia question, we're going to play our mini game of Tap In. And that's just where I'm going to ask everybody in the studio to turn their cameras off. I'm going to ask a random basic question, and the first person to turn their stream on and yell "Tap In" will win the opportunity to answer the question so that they can play the game and get some points on the board. Everybody with me?
Yes.
Yes.
Not Nikki, because her camera's
No.
still on. Okay. All right. Very basic question. Who is the last person to turn their camera off?
Tap
Tap
in.
in.
Rose Valley. Very nicely done. Who is the last person to turn their camera off?
Nikki?
Ding, 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 ding. That is correct. Now, Nikki, you would have had it, but you were busy laughing because you know you were all so guilty. All right, Rose, very nicely done. So go ahead and pose your trivia question and give us 3 answers to choose from, and we'll take it from there. Let her rip.
Okay. These of the in hockey, these 3 teams have won the Stanley Cup, but only one of these teams were consecutively in the finals 3 years in a row. Which team was in the finals 3 years in a row? Was it the Colorado Avalanche, A, Las Vegas Knights, B, or the Tampa Bay Lightning?
Ooh,
C.
you were gonna get that sports question out if it killed you. So
Right.
you've been saving that one for a couple of weeks. So I'm glad that you got to ask it. I'm
Right.
going to return you to your cast and give you a chance to repeat the question and the answers.
Okay. In the last 5 years, these 3 hockey teams have won the Stanley Cup, but only one of them have made it into the finals 3 consecutive years. Was it the Colorado Avalanche, which is A, the Las Vegas Knights, or C, the Tampa Bay Lightning?
Okay, you guys have heard the question twice. You've heard the answers twice. I'm going to go and turn on your comments so that you guys can see. Kyle Yammers is out there tuning in. Zach No Breaks Estrada is out there. Nacho Bryan. So you have your folks, in the audience to help you out. I'm going to put 1 minute on the clock, and I'm going to let you guys talk it out. If you guys cannot come to a all in one answer, the choice will revert back to Rose, and her fate will lie in her own hands. You guys, when you do come up with an answer, you must turn your cameras off and yell "locked in" so that I know that we're ready to move on. Everybody got me?
Yes.
Gotcha.
All right.
Yeah.
Woo-hoo. All right,
Ooh.
people in the comment section, let the conversations begin.
Being in Tampa Bay, where the Lightning play, they were in the finals 3 years. They won the title back to back, and I think that first year they lost. So I'm thinking it's Tampa Bay Lightning. I don't follow them that closely, but my memory seems to think so. So no guarantees, though.
I feel like it should be the Las Vegas Knights because I cannot believe Las Vegas has a hockey team. But either way, I have no clue.
They do have a hockey team. Thank God for indoor frozen ice, otherwise they'd be screwed.
I believe it
Oh my
could be possibly.
I have no clue. I'm gonna
I've
go
been
with
Live.
Avalanche.
I've been down in the Thunder Zone, which is really outside of the hockey team arena. Of course, when I'm down there is when they lose. They got swept 4 back-to-backs by Columbus when I was in the Thunder Zone. Like a bunch of bastards. Losers.
So are we going with Tampa?
That's my best guess, Tampa.
Yeah, Tampa. I'm
Lock
gonna lock
in.
that in. 'Cause
Let's hope you guess as good as you count.
I don't know shit.
Locked in.
All right, lock in. All right, I heard a lot of Randy's talking. So camera on Randy. Kyle Yamkowski said Tampa, so he agreed with you because I think that's what you were leading with, right?
That's right. Yep. I mean, I'm only 20 minutes away from the stadium, so I hear most of the stuff about them. I don't really. I'm a bandwagon fan. When they're winning, I'm
I
on their
love it.
bandwagon.
A bandwagon fan. All right, so the team went with you on Tampa, and you seem confident that you got it correct. Kyle Yamkowski out there, Yammers, shout out to him. He says Tampa, so it seems like all cylinders are firing on Tampa. So let's add Rose Valley back to her cast. Go ahead, Rose. Give us the answer and a little background.
So Tampa Bay Lightning was in the finals in 2020, 2021, and 2022. And yes, they did win twice. But yeah, it was Tampa. Tampa did go to the finals 3 years in a row.
Okay, are you a Tampa fan?
You guys win.
Are you a
Good to
Tampa
trust that.
fan?
My husband's a Bruins fan. I was going to have 4 choices. I was going to say which one didn't have a Stanley Cup, but you said I can only do 3 choices. So that's the one that made it 3 years in a row in the finals. But yeah, Tampa Bay, Las Vegas Knights, and Colorado all did win a cup in the last 5 years. But Tampa made it to the finals 3 years in a row. My husband's a Bruins fan, but no, good for Tampa Bay making it 3 years in a row. This year, right now, the Florida Panthers and the Oilers are up. They're in their finals for the cup. And I don't care because we don't have TNT or TBS. We can't watch it. So it doesn't matter to me. I'm an NBA.
Take a breath. Take a breath. Slow
Oh,
down.
good.
I can't understand one single word. Like all I heard was.
I'm an NBA basketball fan. My husband's the hockey fan. So
Okay, gotcha. All right,
I
well,
understand him.
you didn't get it, or they got it correct.
They won. They got
You
it right.
know that your fate lies in their hands.
Oh no.
I know, right? All right, cameras on, everyone. People out there tuning in today, tomorrow, and beyond. Nacho Brian says, I now have -5 points. No, you can't have -5 points. You're just still at 0, Nacho Brian. You still at 0. All right, guys. You guys got it correct. So give yourselves a hand and welcome Bacon to the stream. She finally made it. All right. So now the only question that's up for discussion is whether Rose will do 3 minutes of comedy or 3 minutes of something else. Everybody with me?
Yep.
Yes.
See, Brenda.
All right.
Please.
I'm going to put 30 seconds on the clock. If you guys cannot come to a consensus, the choice will revert back to Rose. Okay. So once you guys have decided, turn your cameras off and you're locked in, and I'll know you're ready to go. So 30 seconds on the clock. Let the conversations begin.
Something else.
Something else.
No, I
Something
wanted to
else.
hear her song.
Lock
Okay.
me.
We never do that anymore.
Something else.
We don't-
Going with something else.
Locked in.
Okay, that's how I like it. It went all quick. All right, Bacon. Welcome to the stream. Camera on. You seem to protest a little bit. You wanted to hear some comedy, but you gave in. So what did the team decide, and how do you think you got overtaken?
Well, I believe they all chose something else because it is hilarious to do and to watch. And to watch you
It
suffer.
is. It is, isn't it? All right. Well, you guys want her to do something other. So what is it that you would like to see her do?
Whatever it is, she has to do it like a hockey announcer.
I love it because she's into hockey. So, all right. Hockey announcer. All right, Speed Bump, camera on. What would you like to see her do?
I would like her to be a sports announcer talking about chocolate.
Oh man, right. You're doing a callback from her set at the beginning with the chocolate tornado. I see what you did there. Okay, so sports announcer talking about chocolate.
Yes.
Okay. This is gonna get interesting. All right. But it has to be a hockey announcer. Okay. So
Yeah.
not just any announcer, a hockey announcer talking about chocolate. All right, Nikki, what other would you like to see her do?
She's high on magic mushrooms, and so she's having random moments of hallucinations as she goes.
A hockey announcer talking about chocolate, having random hallucinations on mushrooms. Okay. All right. Malfunction Junction, camera on. What other would you like to see her do?
So when she opens up, she has to say, "This segment is brought to you by Alzheimer's, Section 8 tiers and low-end special or low-end participation scholarships for special needs children."
That's a lot to say in an opening. Can we shorten it a little bit? Okay, the opening has to say this is sponsored by
Alzheimer's
Alzheimer's, and then you can
and
make
Section
up,
8 tiers.
yeah,
Just
no
leave it at that.
Section 8 what?
Tiers.
Section 8. Okay. I don't know what that is, and I hope it's not a secret call out. But
It ain't.
all right, Randy Colton, camera on. Right, Zach No Breaks Estrada. She's gonna forget that, but it looks like she's writing it down, so she might not. All right, Randy, what would you like to see her do?
Impersonate Bill Clinton, insisting that I did not have sexual relationships with that woman.
Okay. Okay. So she has to be a sports announcer talking about chocolate. Help me out here, people.
Something about Section 8.
What is it?
Section
I have
8.
mushrooms.
Yeah, tears.
Yeah.
I hope you're writing this down, Rose, because now you have to impersonate Bill Clinton in the "I did not have sex with this woman" as a hockey announcer talking about chocolate. Okay, insane. What other would you like to hear Rose do?
Every other sentence she has to say, brought to you by Soft in the City.
Okay, I like it. Brand integration. Always thinking. I love Jewish people.
I'm bluish. I'm not.
All right, Miss Bacon. We are back to you, but I don't think you wrote any of that down. But I think I saw Rose writing. All right, Rose.
I wrote it.
hold on. Let me set the clock. Let me set the atmosphere. All right, 3 minutes on the clock to do all of that. And I know you wrote it down because you're ready to go. It does not have to be jokes, but rest of the cast.
It better be
It
funny.
better be funny.
Oh,
Let it be funny.
Hi, we have a hockey. I'm the hockey announcer, and we've got a game for you tonight. This is brought to you by Alzheimer's Section 8, the lower participants for children. This is brought to you by Sauce in the City. Oh, we've got chocolate on the chocolate just fell. Someone just threw up chocolate on the ice. Watch out for that chocolate! Oh my God! Oh, Bill Clinton is here. And he's got an announcement. I did not have sexual relations with that woman or that woman or that woman. This is brought to you by Sauce in the City. Oh, I need some more mushrooms. I'm hungry. I'm hungry again. More mushrooms. Someone just another fight broke out. Oh, and score. Oh, another person just threw up chocolate again. You keep throwing up chocolate. That guy, you guys eating? You're eating more chocolate? More chocolate? Score. Okay. All right. This is brought to you by Sauce in the City Game Show Trivia. Okay. All right. So that person just punched that person. Don't take your gloves off. It's better not to keep your gloves off. All right. Now, Bill Clinton, get your hands off that woman. Okay. Okay. Yeah, we heard you. I did not have sexual relations with that woman. All right. So, okay. All right. So, this announcement is brought to you again by Sauce in the City. Okay. Those mushrooms were so good. I'm hungry again. All right. So, okay. Score is 3-4. You're winning. Okay. Okay. Now you're winning. All right. So, okay. So this. Okay. So now we've got 4-3, 3-4, 4-3. Okay. Now you scored. This person threw up chocolate again. Avoid that. That person just tripped on that person. They're fighting again. They're fighting again, people. Okay. Oh, and that person just hit a kid. Get that kid off the ice. Oh my gosh, that person just hit another kid. This chocolate. Oh my God, that person keeps throwing up. Why does he eat chocolate before the game? He's got to stop eating chocolate. This thing's making me dizzy. That guy spilled. Oh my gosh. So this is brought to you again by Sauce in the City Game Show Trivia. Oh my gosh. Bill Clinton, get your hand off my knee. Yes, you're not having sex with me again. You did that last night, not again. Oh my gosh. Okay, this is. Oh my gosh. Oh my God, I have Alzheimer's. How many times have I eaten that mushroom?
Very, very good, Rose. Let's check your comments. People were commenting. You said Sex in the City, which is also a good name. And that was Nacho Bryan. Kyle Yamkowski says, ha ha ha, wrong mushrooms. And let's see, Nacho Bryan says she is very sharp, focused hallucinator. That is a big order. All right. And Zach No Break says another banger. I forgot which one of us was on mushrooms. All right. So sounds like some good comments from the audience tuning in. So good for you. And we are about to play, another one of our skill sharpener games, which is Test Yo Funny. And this is another chance for you to get some points on the board. I will give you 5 points if you stay within the AB range. Mm-hmm. I will give you 10 points. I will double your score if you get all A's and get on the honor roll. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Are you ready? I mean, you shouldn't panic. You got some good comments.
Okay.
So who's going to be your first grader?
My first grader is going to be Insane.
It's 8 in the mid-brain. It's 8 in the brain. She's counting on you, Insane. All right. Insane. A, B, C, D, or F. Fail, bomb. How do you grade that performance?
I give her an A because she ripped it apart and then put it back together, and then chocolate kept getting thrown in there. I was waiting for the flood of chocolate. Then I would have given her an A+. I was really in the mood for chocolate. But people were throwing up.
Okay. That's good, Rose. You got not an A+, but still an A, so it counts. So you are on your way to a great report card. So who's going to be your next grader?
Let's go with Speed Bump.
Okay, Speed Bump to the stream. A, B, C, D, or F. Fail, boom. What would you grade that performance?
I'm going to grade her an A because she broke my spleen once again. I think I got to go to the hospital and check on my spleen.
Ooh, another spleen breaking performance and 2 A's. So it's looking good for you, Rose. Who's going to be your next grader?
Randy?
All right, Randy Holton. A, B, C, D, or fail, boom, crash. What would you grade that performance?
I'll give her an A. I don't know if she covered everything, but I did enjoy the Bill Clinton references for sure.
I thought you might. All right, Rose. What would it be? 1, 2, oh no, tic-tac-toe, 3 comedians in a row, and you have all A's. So you are on the honor roll currently. So y'all give it up for Rose. All right, Rose, who's going to be your next grader?
Bacon?
Bacon. Now, that is really weird that you picked her because, yeah, all right. She's a tough one. All right, yeah. Bacon. A, B, C, D, or F. Fail, boom. What would you grade that performance?
No, I'm just kidding. She got an A for sure. Like, she hit all the points. Like, she did the hockey announcement and the chocolate. I wasn't sure if the chocolate was hallucinating or if everybody was just really hungry. But yeah, it was brought to you by the Alzheimer's and the Section 8 and the Bill Clinton, like, get your hands off of me. Like, that was hilarious. You hit all your points and you did great. And brought to you by Sexy and Saucy in the City tonight.
All right. Some good comments. You're still on the honor roll. Who's going to be your next grader?
Malfunction Junction.
Uh-oh.
I know.
All right, Malfunction Junction. A, B, C, D, or F, L, boom. What would you grade that performance?
Well, this grade is brought to you by low-end participation scholarships for special needs children and for the price of a cup of coffee a day kids that look like they could have had every good thing in life but woke up and chose meth instead. You get an A from me, kid. Yes, under the hair. Oh.
Drop the mic.
Oh, thank you. Okay. Yay.
All right. Well, you're looking good. Honor roll is within reach, Rose. Who's going to be your next grader?
I think Nikki's the last one. So let's hope.
Oh, let's hope. Fingers crossed she don't ruin your grade. All right, Nikki. A, B, C, D, or F, fail, crash. What would you grade that performance?
I thought it was really good. I enjoyed, like, it flowed really well, and I liked how she kept, like, leaning back and forth. She was like, oh, they got one. And then there's Clinton over there, and then Sexton the City does sound like a really awesome name, so I'm going to give her an A as well. I thought she did really good. Good job.
All right. Give it up for Rose Valley on the honor roll.
Sarah Jessica Parker's going to sue somebody.
What did you say?
I said Sarah Jessica Parker's going to sue somebody.
Oh Lord.
Oh,
All
sauce.
right,
Yeah, I
Rose.
meant sauce.
Well, hopefully
When I was
they
on
don't
mushrooms, I was high.
sue you for your points because you have 10. So make sure you write that down and keep up with your score. And I think the people in the audience also enjoyed you. They're out there laughing and having a good time. All right. Anywho, it's time for the spotlight. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Spotlight, yeah.
Spotlight, yeah. Do, 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 do.
Oh, yeah.
This really is one of my favorite segments of the show because we get to highlight different faces, spaces, and places. And it also allows me to play a video so I can go take care of my girly business. So this is an oldie but a goodie. Shout out to Jim Zachary. I don't know what that was, but hopefully nobody died. Anyway, Big Jimmy Z, as I affectionately love to call him. This is one of my favorite videos, and I will play it over and over again until I get another one. So I hope you guys enjoy it as much as I do. In the spotlight.
Welcome, welcome, welcome.
December 6, 2020 was a great night. It was the night that I was able to go and finally get on that stage in Vegas. It's a night that everybody looks forward to. I think back of that, I think that of a famous quote, Las Vegas is a place you go to escape reality, but the reality is that what happens there will follow you for the rest of your life. And that is definitely true in my case, and I hope it is in yours as well. So many games, so much fun, so much time I got to spend with Brenda Brown and the rest of the crew. What we were doing was big, it was exciting, it was a lot of fun. What we didn't know was what Brenda Brown was working on behind the scenes to make a bigger stage for all of us. Brenda Brown had a vision to bring everything from the screen to the stage, and so Sauce and City Live was born. From the pre-show promotions to the pre-stage bonding, so many comedians from all over the country gathered in one place, Las Vegas, all from the vision of one person. Brenda had a vision to take all the games that we played on screen and put them on the stage in Las Vegas. And Sauce in the City is still going strong today. This is the first annual comedy family reunion. Congratulations, Sauce in the City, for making it 4 years in service. Brenda believed it was important to give everybody the platform to shout out the people that truly inspire you. I'd like to take the time to shout out the people that truly inspired me during my stint with Sauce in the City. Jimmy Howell for introducing me to Sauce in the City. Charlie Mack for all the help behind the scenes. Darrell Hearns for the inspiration. Willie C. Smith, the Colorado comic, for his loyal support to the platform, Sauce in the City, and for all the guidance that he gives the newcomers. The very funny and amazingly talented Lisa Wood, and to the person that without none of this is possible, Miss Brenda Brown, aka the Chocolate Child. A very special thank you.
Here we go. You know what? I know. Sauce in the City is my favorite show. I know, yes. Brenda is my girl, don't you know?
And that was the spotlight. Whoa, 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 whoa. Got the spotlight, y'all. And word.
Awkward eye contact.
Shout out to Big Jimmy Z. Always a pleasure playing that video. And I edited it myself. And hopefully we will have new partners to put on the end of that when we do our game launch, because it is almost that time, June 24th, people. All right. We are off to our next game. Take a hint. This is always such a fun game because I get to see folks do and say anything to get the point. So the game rules to this is very simple. I am going to give each comedian, because there's only 6 of you here, so everybody gets to play and to have a chance to earn some points on the board. I'm going to give you each a topic, and you guys will have to throw as many hints to your hint receiver as possible, and you guys will get 1 point for every hint that your hint receiver gets correct. Everybody with me?
Yes.
Yes.
Maybe.
Sure.
Okay. Pitcher and you're gonna have a pitcher and a hitter. A pitcher and a hitter. All right, so we're going to start backwards. Begging. You will be up first. Who is going to be your catcher?
I want Nikki. I'll catch
You
for you.
want Nikki.
I'll throw it and you go long.
Which is going to be really funny to see how our 2 ladies on the show, see if you guys have like a direct connection, right? So it's going to be really cool to see if y'all have like woman telekinetic power type things going on. All right, ladies, your topic is question. We're asking 100 comedians, name something you hope someone hands you the minute you get to heaven. Now, you can give hints about what it is, but you cannot say any word that's in the title. And when she gets it right, you must put your finger on your nose and yell out correct. If you do not, you will not get the point. Are you guys with me?
Yes.
Okay.
You sure? I don't
We
want y'all to be like, y'all, you cheating. All right.
Let's do it.
You must put your finger on your nose to score the point. Very simple. 60 seconds on the clock. Let the hints begin.
You roll it up and you want to smoke it with Willie.
a joint.
Correct.
Correct.
Now you fly around with these.
Wings.
Correct.
Correct.
You wear it on your little head and you shine and you're a little angel. Correct.
Correct.
They hand you the people that are no longer around. That are
Dead.
in your
Ghost.
yes. You hope they give you some of that stuff that makes your room smell better, because you don't want it to stink up there.
Candles.
No, because there's no farts up there. So, but if there were farts, you would want.
What?
Time. Okay, you started out strong there, Bacon. You started out strong. I thought you guys were gonna take it, and you got to 3, and then you forgot to put your finger on your nose to say correct. And then you guys started laughing over, I don't know what that, I mean, what were you trying to convey? What was the word?
I don't want to tell you. All I could see in front of me was a bottle of air freshener.
What?
All I could think
Okay.
Son of a bitch.
Now, Nikki You got 3 points. So that's something. At least you got 3, right? So actually, yes, you got 3. So that's good. So all right, Bacon. Boy, I hope you don't pick her to return the favor. Who is going to be your? Oh wait, no, you just went. Right, you were the.
Yeah, it's Nikki's turn.
Right, it's Nikki's turn.
Oh,
no, Nikki just won points because she was the hint receiver and she won y'all 3 points. So now it is your turn. No, wait.
Somebody else's turn and they get to pick catcher.
Yeah, hold on. You guessed. No, you pitched and she hit. So now it is Nikki's turn to pitch. Who is going to be your receiver? That's where I was. See, I got lost. All right. Who's going to be your receiver?
Malfunction Junction.
All right. Malfunction Junction. You will be the receiver. You will get you and Nikki 1 point for every hint that you can get correct. And just as long as you get at least 1, you'll at least have 1 point on the board. So these rules are very simple.
This segment brought to you by the instruction manual.
All right, Nikki.
So
it's up. You're going to receive Malfunction Junction, and Nikki is the pitcher. You're going to pitch as many hints at him in 30 seconds, and you guys are going to use the same topic that we used before. We're asking 100 comedians, name something you hope someone hands you the minute you get to heaven. 60 seconds on the clock. Let the hints begin. I got to get it together over here.
So this is something that you need to lock your door at your house.
Oh, key.
Correct. Tap your nose, man.
I don't have to do that. You do.
Oh, you better do it just in case.
You're wasting time. Correct.
All right. This is the type of dress that the choir wears.
Gown.
Correct. This is what the angels and everybody that dies is sitting on up there.
Throne.
No, like you see them in the sky, they look like certain animals sometimes. Yep, correct.
Correct.
So this is the big round gold thing on top of their head.
A halo.
Correct. And what do they all do up there? What do the angels do up there?
Sing.
Correct. And what are they playing when they're on the cloud? What instrument are they on?
Harps.
Correct.
I need a helmet for this.
What?
Time is up. Okay, so you guys got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points. Clap it up for yourself. I did not give you the point because with the what did you say? Gowns. The people in the choir wear robes. They don't wear gowns.
Listen, I had to touch my nose for no reason because she felt insecure. Do you understand me?
Hey, I'm not going to lose no more. Touch your damn nose.
Well, the good news is you guys scored each other 5 points. So give it up for yourselves. Very nicely done. All right. Malfunction is now your turn. Who will be your receiver, your hit receiver?
Let's see. Bring out Miss Rose.
All right, Miss Rose. All right, Miss Rose. You are going to be the receiver. For every one that you can guess, you're going to win, you and Malfunction Junction, a point. Okay?
Okay.
Malfunction Junction, you have 60 seconds to hurl as many hints at Rose, and we are off to our new question. So here we go. Name a life event or an occasion that Hallmark should have a greeting card for, but they don't. So you will need to pitch hints about life events that you feel should have Hallmark cards to. 60 seconds on the clock. Let the hints begin.
All right, so they put out a bench warrant for your arrest if you don't show up and you miss them because you put out, too many seeds.
Father's Day?
No, you're close.
Oh,
Divorce.
Getting arrested for divorce party. Oh, getting arrested for being on the lookout for a divorce party.
Well, I mean, they're like pets, but you got to feed them after midnight and shit.
Oh, gremlins. Okay,
You can call them that, crotch goblins, all that. You got to do this too.
Okay, so say another hint about it. Wait. So
if you have kids, what do you owe?
Oh, like so you're calling the cops. So you.
Well, that's a good one too. What do you? Sure, why not?
So call Hallmark for.
You got a stalker on you. What do you do?
Okay. So arrest warrant. I mean, some arrest warrant for.
No.
Oh, restraining order.
That's correct. Shoot me in the face, please.
Restraining order.
All right. I think y'all got lost around the loop of you
child support.
Started out with
child support.
Yes.
Okay. So child support card. Okay, I'm sorry.
But I didn't even realize that on the first hint because you said something about spreading your seed, and I think Rose got lost.
Well, I couldn't give it
I was
away
thinking
with-
Father's Day card. I don't know. Like.
I bet if I said boneless children to maturity, she'd have got it.
Child support card.
Wait a minute, one at a time. What did you say, Malfunction?
I bet if I said boneless children to maturity, she'd have got it.
Maybe. Or maybe absentee father payment.
And then I would have known child support card.
Look at that. Okay. All right. Well, y'all didn't get any points. So
I'm sorry.
That's kind of terrible. But now, Rose, it's your time up to bat. Who will be your receiver?
Insane.
Insane in the membrane. Insane in the brain. All right, Insane. You up? You awake?
I'm here.
Okay,
I'm awake.
good. All right. I don't know about this choice, Rose. He's in charge of helping you.
No.
He's in charge of helping you to make points. So I don't know how this is going to go. But same question on the board. Name a life event or occasion that Hallmark should have a greeting card for, but they don't. You will hurl as many hints at Insane as possible. And Insane, for every one that you get right, you'll earn you and Rose a point. Okay?
Okay.
All right. 60 seconds on the clock. Let the hinting begin.
Marriage dissipate.
You got fired. I don't know what you
Marriage ends.
said. We're sorry you're divorced now.
Okay.
Correct. Punch your nose. Next.
Okay. Work ends.
You've been fired. Have a nice day.
Okay.
Correct.
Okay.
Well, you can't say correct. She has to.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Correct. Okay.
I knew it was correct. Keep going. Go.
Child finishes high school.
And fails. Graduation. I think they have those cards.
Oh yeah. Okay. Okay.
Oh, it's funny.
Pet goes to the bathroom.
We're sorry your pet pooped on the floor. Correct.
um, your grandparent decides to go to a senior living center.
Dear Grandpa, you'll be living here now. If you get lost, call me.
Correct.
Well, okay. I don't think he realized what the game was. He's giving you jingles and you just need the event. So
yeah,
that last one I did not give you a point for because I don't know what he said, but it was funny, but I was glad it was like almost time up. But the cool news is that you guys did get yourselves 3 points. So congratulations on your 3 points. The way to go. At least you got something. All right, bros.
That was a hard
Steven, or Mr. Insane, sorry. It is your turn. Who will be your hint receiver?
Let's see. I'm looking at who's left. I've got Cerebral Speed Bump, I believe, is available. Has he gone? No.
Nope, he is here. All right, you two. This is our last round to get some points on the board. Cerebral, he is going to sling hints at you on this topic, and for everyone that you get correct, you will earn you and Insane a point. Okay. Now, Insane, remember, you got to sling these hints at him.
Right. And
Yes.
your answer should be the thing. I got it. I got the other way was a little confused.
And when he's right, put your finger on your nose and say correct.
Got it.
All right, here we go. Question: name something that's big and white. Weigh in, y'all.
Lord help me. If you live in Colorado and you look west, you'll see them, usually in the winter.
Mountains?
Covered with
snow?
Yeah, correct. Big and white. Jiminy Cricket. The majority of America is what, there's different shades of our epidermis that I think,
Caucasian?
I don't know about that Caucasian part. I've never seen one, but we'll go with the whiter skin. But no, that's hard to, especially in Texas. Oh, what? I'll just keep going. Name things that are big and white. It's on the top of a building that's supposed to let ships know that it's not supposed to go there. Usually by an ocean. If a ship gets too close to it, it may crash in the rocks. So they put this.
A lighthouse?
Incorrect. Most of the population of Fire Island is gay men, but most of them are
white.
Right, so they're Caucasian. Correct.
I'm so glad that I got to put you out of your misery. What did I do? Oh, because that was pretty painful. Like that was really painful. But you guys eked out at least 3 points, so at least you got something. But that was painful. Wow. All right. Well, Cerebral Speed Bump. Randy is our last contestant on the stream. You will hurl hints at him on the topic. And Randy, for every hint that you get correct, you'll earn you and Cerebral 1 point. Got it?
Got it.
All right. Name something that's big and white. All right, Cerebral, 60 seconds on the clock. Let the hinting begin.
They're They walk on all fours and they're furry.
Zebra?
No, they live in the cold.
Oh, polar bears.
Yes, correct. Sometimes you see them in the sky. Sometimes
Clouds?
yes, correct. Sometimes you would see them up north, and they're big.
Abominable snowman.
Yeah, correct. Some people live in them.
Igloo?
Correct. I'm lost for words.
Stay on the snow track.
Sometimes it falls from the sky whenever it's really cold at 0%.
Snow.
Yeah, it's correct.
Okay, all right. You did good there, Speed Bump. You were right there. I saw you. I was with you. You were, like Randy said, you were on the track of snow. So you guys actually did the best. You guys got no, not the best. You're tied for the best. So you got 5 points. 5 points. Give it up for yourselves. Mostly it's been 3. So very nicely done. 5 points to the both of you. I hope you are keeping track. All right, Randy, you are last up. Who is going to be your receiver?
Oh, Bacon.
Bacon. Well, let's see if her internet is holding up. Oh, there she is. All right, Bacon. You are going to be the receiver. Everyone that you get correct for you and Randy will be 1. Wait.
Yikes.
There we go. For every point that you get, for every hint that you get, you will earn you and Randy a point. Okay?
Okay.
All right, Randy. Keep them coming. 60 seconds on the clock and let the hinting begin. Oh, wait. Let me give you your topic. I forgot about that. My fault. Name something that's big and white. I thought this was such a good one, and it's so sad how you guys struggle. All right, 60 seconds on the clock. Let the hinting begin.
It looks a lot like me. It looks a lot like me.
An old man, the abominable snowman.
What's my name?
Randy.
Correct. You build
Doesn't
this
look like you. That is
you build this in the snow.
a snowman.
Correct. And you build the other one that looked like a female.
The snow hoe. The snow woman.
Correct. You lay down in the snow and spread your arms and your legs out.
That does not sound like a good time. A snow angel.
Correct. You build a fort made out of snow.
A little igloo.
Correct.
Yay.
It's a monument in Washington D.C. named after a certain president.
The Washington Monument.
Correct.
Yay.
It's in the middle of a field, usually made out of straw or snow or something like that, on a stick.
A scarecrow.
Correct.
How do you make a scarecrow out of snow?
Yeah, that time is up, and you guys did not get that last point. He just panicked. He was like, "Yeah, correct." But you guys did do well. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you guys got 6 points apiece. Congratulations. And all of you guys are now on the board. If I'm not correct, everybody has points on the board. So congratulations. We are neck and neck. I have to check in with the point taker because I don't know where we are. All right, point taker, before we get to the trivia round, are you frozen, point taker? Okay.
I'm here.
Okay, malfunction junction knocked over his camera. All right, are you okay? All right,
Yeah,
point
I'm
taker.
fine.
Okay, let's check in. Go ahead and read down the list and tell us how many points everybody's got.
All right, so I have 15. Randy has 5.
Okay, hold on. Randy, is that what you got?
Well, I got 5 for with the other person, and I got 6 with Bacon. Isn't that 11?
That would be 11. Point taker?
I got that one down. He's been hitting his vape. I have.
All right. How many points does Speed Bump have?
Speed Bump's got 5.
All right, Speed Bump checking in. Does that sound about right?
That sounds about right.
Okay. All right. We're on the good foot. All right. We're grading you, by the way, on your point taking. So how many does Nikki have?
Well, standing on the good foot doing the bad thing, Nikki has 5.
5. Okay, Nikki, what say you? Does that sound right?
That's a damn lie. I counted them. I got 8.
Touch your damn nose, Nikki. Touch your damn nose. Did you see anybody else touching their nose? No, you didn't.
You need
just
to,
you and Bacon and me. Just us.
You need to
wait a
count
minute.
again.
Hold on. That's what we're not going to do. All right. So, Nikki, go ahead and break down your 8 points.
Okay. So, so I had 5 in the beginning, but in the look, I can't remember now. But I totally had 5, and then I got 3. So that's
From
definitely
where?
8. Lock it in. What?
Uh-oh. He said from where?
You should know. You the scorekeeper.
That is true. So we're gonna have to. Well, you know, the scorekeeper, their word is the absolute. So he says 5. She said 8. Are you gonna amend the points, or are you sticking at 5?
I'll amend them.
Okay. And so the amended points to Nikki is 8. How many does Rose have?
Let's see. Rose come out on top, I think.
I had 10 plus 3.
You got 13.
Yeah, that's what I have.
Okay, 13. Everybody seemed to agree that one went really fast. How many points does Randy have?
Mr. Holton, he should know too.
11.
Yeah, he's got 11.
Okay, sounds sounds good.
Definitely
I
not.
like it. I like how you guys are coming to an agreement. How many points does Bacon have?
Let's see. Bacon should have 20 for having to touch her damn nose.
How many said 9?
Yeah.
Yeah.
3 went for me and Nikki, and 6 for me and Randy.
Yeah, she's got 9.
She got 9. Okay,
I can
sounds good.
guess.
All right. How many points does Insane have?
I got Insane down for 8.
I have
Okay.
5 plus 3 with Rose and then 3 with Speed Bump. But I have 11. But I could be wrong.
I'll amend you too.
He'll amend you too. That's what I like. Seeing where we're at in the point range, so you guys know how far you have to go. All right, we're gonna bounce to the next segment of You Say Trivia. You guys know this is a 5-point uh, take all. You either win it all or lose it all. And of course, we're going to play our next mini game of Tap It. You know what? I'm going to amend that part because I want to know what your trivia questions are about. Speed Bump, what's yours about?
Capcom.
Ooh, I like it. That might fit in the cards. Nikki, what is yours about?
Beer.
Never was a beer drinker, but I'm always interested. Rose, what's yours about?
Sports. So probably not going to be interested.
Well, you don't know. Malfunction Junction, what's your topic?
Slurs I can say.
All right, Randy Holton, what's your topic?
Presidents from California.
Nice.
Gavin Newsom.
Bacon, what's your topic?
Aminals.
Aminals. Okay. Insane, what's your topic?
Blazing Saddles trivia.
Hell yes.
Saddles.
Lock it in.
Lock it in.
All
There's
right.
slurs I can't say.
Excuse me. All right, Speed Bump. Who do you want to hear more from tonight?
Who do I want to hear more from tonight is Mr. Insane in the Brain.
Ooh, love it. Nikki, how about you?
Ooh, I'm gonna go with Insane as well.
Okay, Rose, how about you?
I like Blazing Saddles. Insane sounds good.
Malfunction Junction, do you agree with your counterpart?
Yeah, like I said, that's slurs I can't say in there. We'll see what his trivia's got.
Okay. Randy Holton.
Blazing Saddles held the record for the most N-word said until Django came out a couple years ago.
This is true.
The N-word was said more times in Django than Blazing Saddles. The
What
record
if that
stood
was
for
it?
like,
So you want to hear Blazing Saddles?
apparently.
Okay. Long way around, but that's all right. Insane. Who do you want to hear more from?
I can't pick me, so I'll just pick random, whatever Rose said.
Bacon. Who do you want to hear more from?
I mean, even though Blazing Saddles sounds like some kind of STD you get from a cowboy, like I want to hear more from Insane.
All right. Well, Insane. You guys, the cast has chosen. So go ahead and pose your question and your answers.
Alrighty then. What was the name of the town in which Blazing Saddles took place? 1. Rock Ridge. 2. Rock Ledge. 3. Rock Hill.
Rock Ridge.
And we began to rock. Steady. Steady rocking all night long. All right, guys. So go ahead, Insane. Repeat the question and the answers.
For those who are slow, what's the name of the town in the movie Blazing Saddles? Is it 1. Rock Ridge. 2. Rock Ledge. 3. Rock Hill.
All right, you guys heard the question twice and heard the answers twice. 60 seconds on the clock. I'm going to turn your comments on to your audience members so that they can help you figure it out. If you guys do not come to a consensus in the time, the choice reverts back to the contestant. Everybody with me?
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
All right, let the conversations begin.
Hey, Rock Ridge, lock that shit in, son.
Definitely Rock Ridge.
Okay.
Let's go.
Camptown ladies, sing this song.
Rock Ridge. Locked in.
Lock her in.
Rod Ridge. Okay, Nacho Bryan says Rock Ridge. Okay. Zach No Breaks Estrada says tricky answers to rock around, rock around, rock around. There was a lot of rocks in there. And Kyle is just laughing his ass off or face off or whatever that is. All right, so Insane, back to the stage. Go ahead and give us the answer and give us some background.
The answer is 1, Rock Ridge, and then I just made up the others from there, trying to get it more conducive than the last one when I just put a general South America.
Well, I saw the trickiness, but you weren't tricky enough because they got it correct. And so therefore your fate lies in their hands. So let's return you to the cast. Everybody, cameras on. The only question that's up for discussion is whether Insane will do 3 minutes of comedy. Bless you. Oh, bless you. Or do 3 minutes of something else. I've left your comments on for folks out there tuning in if they want to help you guys make the decision. But that is the only question that is up for discussion. Everybody with me?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Zach No Breaks Estrada said, bless you. All right. Anyway, let the conversations begin.
Something else.
Something else.
Something else.
That's too much fun.
Lock
Something
it in.
This is good.
Lock that thing in.
locked in.
It's gonna be different.
Especially if y'all listen to Nacho Bryan. He says 3 minutes of somersaults.
We're not trying to kill the man, Brian.
All right. So you guys all decided something else, it sounds like. So let's go to Speed Bump. Camera on. What something else would you like to see Insane do?
Impressions.
Oh my God, impressions are so awesome. All right, Nikki, camera on. What would you like to see Insane do?
His best impression of Jim Varney.
Okay, I don't even know who Jim Varney is, but I'm
That's
guessing.
Ernest.
All right, so impressions and as Jim Varney, is that what
Yes.
I'm understanding? Impressions as Jim Varney. Rose, camera on. What would you like to see him do?
Can you do an impression of the Fonz?
Oh my God. Now that I remember, James Varney, well, there's already an impression given. So now we have two. We have the Fonz and we have Jim Varney inside of your impressions that Speed Bump is asking you to do. All right. Malfunction Junction, camera on. What would you like to see him do?
Well, seeing as how he went with the movie he went with, I need to hear him sing the song Camptown Lady.
All right. Impressions of the Fonz and Jim Varney and more impressions while you're and throw in there singing Camptown Races.
Lady.
Okay, Randy Holton, camera on. What would you like to see him do?
As George Bush saying, George W. Bush, read my lips. No new taxes.
All right. You have to throw in there an impression of George W. Bush saying no new taxes. You have to do the Camptown Races song.
Camptown Lady.
Say it again so I understand.
Camptown Lady.
Camptown Lady. Okay. And Rose wants you to do it as the Fonz. And Nikki says James Varney. And Speed Bump just wants you to do impressions all the way around. Bacon, camera on. What would you like to see Insane do?
I want him to not be able to sit still because he can't get comfortable from those blazing saddles that cowboy gave him.
Okay, so he's got to have ants in his pants. As wait a minute, George W. Bush with no more taxes, the Fonz, James Varney singing Camptown Lady, and with impressions. Did I get it right this time?
Yes.
All right, Insane, you heard the order. 3 minutes on the clock. It does not have to be jokes, but for the love of late night.
They better be funny.
Better be motherfucking funny.
Hell yeah.
So yeah.
Jim Varney used to play Ernest on the show. Hey, yeah. So Camptown Races, sing that song, doo-da, doo-da. Read my lips, no new taxes. Yeah, I don't think there's no new taxes. Ernest is gonna fix this toilet. Fonz, help me over here. Hey, Camptown Races, sing this song, doo-da, doo-da. Camptown Races, 5 miles long, go doo-doo-da day. Gotta run all day, gotta run all day. Fonz, fix this jukebox. Hey. I think I got a cerebral speed bump when I was with him. Let's see, Camptown Races, sing this one of the songs. Gonna run all night, but my money on a boob-tailed nag. Somebody bet on the bay. Gotta run all night, gotta run all day. I'm George W. Bush, and somebody took all the W's off the keyboards. I can't spell my name. Fuck. Oh, I can't say that on TV. Don't worry, she won't let me grab her boobs again. Read my lips. No new taxes. Except till Donald Trump destroys America. Hey. Didn't he just pass away, or is he still alive? Ernest. What did Ernest do? I don't know. Vern. Where was Vern? Ernest and Vern. Remember them? The first two gay Southern comedy group. I don't know what the fuck they were. They're worse than Cheech and Chong. Hey, man, I'm just sitting here all day. Don't make fun of me, man. Hey, come on, man, let's go. We have to get in the van, man. Yo, man, hold on. I'm going to sing the song. Camptown Races, sing the song. Doo-da, doo-da. Camptown Races, 5 miles long. Oh, doo-doo-da day. Oh, man, give me some of that, man. No, man, there's none for you, man. It's all mine, man. Get your own. Are we done here? Achoo! I want to be blessed. Ernest.
Downhill very quickly. All right.
Did it ever go up?
My goodness. Well, what a set that was. I had no idea what was going on. Most of it, except for Camptown Races, which I kind of like, but I think you're supposed to be singing Camptown Lady. I heard some impressions in there. I'm not sure who James Varney is, but Ernest. I think you tried to do the Fonz, so I don't know. However, we are about to play our next game, Test Yo Funny. And that means I will give you 5 points if you land in the AB range for your performance, but I will give you 10 points if you land on the honor roll with all A's. Deal?
Deal.
All right. So who's going to be your first grader?
Cerebral speed bump.
Oh, you guys have made a bromance. I like it. All right, cerebral speed bump. A, B, C, D, or F fell crash. Ooh, that was terrible.
I'm gonna give him an A for effort. You know, he had me going. I had a couple laughs, but you know, he had me. I don't know. I had to put my helmet on for that one.
You and me both. I felt like a crash dummy in that performance, but you got 1A on your report card, so you are well on your way. Who's going to be your next grader? Hello?
We'll go with Malfunction Junction. since
Oh
he picked
gosh, the decisions. All right, Malfunction Junction. A, B, C, D, or F failed. That was terrible.
Well, I mean, although he butchered the hell out of the Camptown Lady song, and for you to know that trivia type shit and not know the words to that song, I love you still. That's all I'm going to say. Your eyebrows are great and you got nice hair. I'm going to give you an A because you hit on all the other points and you put your helmet on. You came for it. You should never take yours off, Speed Bump. There's speed tables out there also. I've told you about that. Don't take it off anymore.
Okay. Well, two A's for I don't know, but you got the job done because you're still on the honor roll. So by any means of funny necessary. So who's going to be your next grader?
Well, I was checking in the internet, and that is the song that I find. We'll go with, the Fonz isn't on the show. That's the list of who I had to do. Let's go with Randy.
All right. You think you satisfied, Randy? Let's see. All right, Randy. A, B, C, D, or F failed. That was terrible.
Well, it's just fun putting Insane into a tizzy. It's just too much fun. And we've got to give him an A for that.
Yes, the Disney is a definite A. All right, tic-tac-toe, 3 comedians in a row. You are at all A's and still on the honor roll. So y'all give it up for Insane. All right. So who's going to be your next grader?
Let's go to the newer people. See what Rose thinks.
All right, Rose. A, B, C, D, or F failed. That was terrible.
I gave him an A. I thought it was very funny, and he covered all the points.
Okay. Rose is very succinct in her decision. So you're still on the honor roll. You got 4 A's. Let's keep it rolling. Who's going to be your next grader?
Yeah, I lost track of who's on the show. Nikki.
Okay. At any moment, you can also ask your trusty panel here in case you get lost. All right, Nikki, A, B, C, D, or F failed. That was terrible.
I'm gonna give him an A minus only because I'm petty, and I feel like everybody should know who Ernest or who Jim Varney is. But that's okay. He was still good. He just eased out. And he was just like, "Oh, hey, I'm Jim Varney. I was the dude in Ernest." And I was like, wait a minute. But I still think he did good. So A minus for me.
Okay, so he kind of cheated the system, but I'm glad to know that's who Jim Varney was. Is that because I watched all the Ernest episodes, Ernest Christmases, all the episodes. So okay, now I know who we're talking about.
Ernest
all
goes
right.
to jail.
And Beverly Hillbillies.
Uh-huh. All right, Insane. You're on the cusp of an A. You got 1 A minus, and a lot of dizzy A's, but you're still on the honor roll. So who's going to be your next grader?
Who are the 3 spaces left? I'm confused.
Y'all want to help him out as our last
Bacon.
Making the bacon. Yes, let's bring on the bacon.
Oh, all right, Bacon. A, B, C, D, or F failed. That was terrible.
I'm gonna give him a B plus. Like, he hit all the points, but there was like no continuity. I was so lost. But you did really good, and I was giggling, but it didn't flow. Where was your flow?
Yeah, the flow. The flow was all over the place. Home. Well, Insane, you did not hit the honor roll. You were almost there, and you left your tough grader for the last, but you still ended up on the AB list, so you get 5 points. So make sure you write those down because I don't know if Tony is, and now he's changed to Damien. So I don't know how that's gonna go for the rest of the Oh my dear Jesus. Well, would you look at that? It's time for another spotlight. Whoa, 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 whoa. Talk about the spotlight, y'all. And word. I definitely love this part of the show because we get to definitely look back in our archives and dig up some really cool moments. So let's see what we want to do. Ooh, we got lots of content. So let's try. Oh, I was just talking to him earlier. So shout out.
Give a round of applause for Bobby Slaughter.
I've heard some of the idioms. Okay, cool. So it's like one of the idioms I don't know if the millennials have heard is like sticks and stones can break your bones, but words can never hurt. Right? Who thinks that's true? Nobody. Exactly. To this day, I still don't know why my mom told me that, because I was like, I struggle with words more than, I think I could get hit and probably get past it, but if you say the wrong words, my wife knows the right words to say. They're always the wrong words. I took a DNA test and she said, look, your DNA came back and it proved that you're not only 60% African, you're 40% a-hole. I agree with it. I can't be. There's another one. The early bird gets the worm. What's that mean? Anybody, take a guess. I don't care. There's no wrong answer. First one day gets the best. Exactly. That's a great story, a great moral. The problem with that is that there's another side of that story. There's a horror story that we tell to traumatize worms. Anybody ever think about that? That we're like literally saying that it doesn't matter what time the worm gets up. He's getting it. He gets up early, he's getting it. He gets up late, he's getting it. He goes into the ground, he's getting it. And then talk about cultural appropriation. We eat gummy worms right in front of his face and throw them on the ground. Disrespect. We just don't care about worms. I want to bring some attention and focus to worms. That's the other one. So, idioms. Those are things we need. So how many people like living in Las Vegas? I love it. But one of the things I also like is that we have more than casinos. We have all these natural things that you can do. Does everybody know we have parks in almost every neighborhood? There's over 500 churches here, if that's your thing, because churches is the battleground. And then we have this amazing, the Grand Canyon. I'm fascinated by the Grand Canyon. Who's been to the Grand Canyon? Yeah. So here's some statistics about the Grand Canyon if you didn't know. The Grand Canyon is 281 miles long, I believe. It's over 18 and a half miles wide, and it's almost 6,000 feet deep. And every year they get about 5 million visitors. And here's the impressive part. Of that 5 million visitors, every year they average around 11, 14 deaths. Where do you think those people are dying from? Dehydration, exactly, heart attack, floods. People don't realize that the desert gets floods. But there's a small segment that actually fall off the Grand Canyon. And I can't figure out why you could fall off the Grand Canyon, being that it's 281 miles long, it's 18 and a half miles wide, and 6. How do you miss the Grand Canyon? And you can't even go to the Grand Canyon for free. If you've ever been there, they charge you, so you have to drive up, pay, and then somehow stumble off the Grand Canyon. And every year I think, like, man, it's got to be something we can do to stop this. So this is what the tips that I come up for people that go to the Grand Canyon. Number one, make sure you're physically fit. You're able to go to the Grand Canyon. You don't underestimate your physical capabilities. That's what the doctor tells me when I take my pills, right? Number two, make sure there's no bad weather. You don't want to go, there might be a flood. And number three, this is the most important thing, okay? Don't go to the Grand Canyon until at least 14 other people have already tragically died. Those 14 people, and you're my friends, so I'm letting you know. Go to the Grand Canyon, contact Bobby, and I'm going to let you know, hey, there's only 12 people, I don't want you to get hurt, don't go to the Grand Canyon. 60 this year.
Yeah. Hey, you looking good, man. You looking good.
Thank you. But I'm feeling old. Inside I feel old. And I feel like because when I was a kid, I don't remember seeing all these commercials on TV that reminded people that we were old. There wasn't anything about erectile dysfunction every 5 minutes. There was nothing about vaginal dryness every other hour. There was nothing about adult depends. If adults wore diapers, I didn't know. But now when I go into the store, now I see these things, and they're working on my mind. And I'm like, how do I ask these things? And look, I'm not trying to make fun of anybody's health, because we're all gonna get old. And there's 2 times in our life we're gonna have to have somebody take care of us as babies and when we get older. And fortunately, I have a younger wife, and one of the things I'm worried about that one day I'm gonna be so old that she's gonna walk in there and look at me lovingly, and I'm gonna have this grassy eyed look at them, miserable, and stuff like, who's ready for their diaper wiping to be changed? Ready for that moment? Yeah. But I know she's ready for it. She's gonna enjoy it. She is. Before we close, I got one last book for you guys, and this is the one I feel like really helps us millennials, baby boomers, identify with millennials. Who's the millennials in here? I know these guys.
Raise your hand.
Everybody's Gen X? Gen Z. Okay. Well, you can use the same. There's a lot of commonalities between the generations. Like when we were kids, the big thing was we were going to have a war with Russia. It's going to be a nuclear war. We were hiding under these desks. And we're supposed to somehow protect us. I'm sure they don't do that with you guys, right? It's you're going to get vaporized. Don't have What 2 things that we share in common? Number 2, we both had to deal with new technologies. For us, we had cable TV. Who knows that TV used to go off? You remember that? When you get that tone, and also you had cable TV, you could stay up and watch all kinds of expensive stuff that you didn't get before. If your generation had computers and social media, which I'm still learning. And then we both deal with childhood dangers. We had to deal with lead paint and asbestos, which causing cancer and stuff in some old baby boomers. Your generation is the one, unfortunately, that's dealing with mass shootings, which I feel really bad about, because that's not something we can even identify with. You're also the generation that's most likely to possibly walk off the Grand Canyon while using a mobile device. Before we close, the last joke is, everybody says, hey, Bobby, give me a joke, give me a joke. So I wrote these jokes that are basically chicken jokes. Everybody knows why the chicken crossed the road, right? So my take is on, you gotta say the joke very sexy though. So why did the chicken cross the road? You know why? Why? Because the chicken's on the other side was so finger licking good. That's been my time. Thank you very much.
And that was the spotlight. Whoa, 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 whoa. Talking about the spotlight, y'all. Do, 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 do. And word. Shout out to Bobby Slaughter, one of my mentors in the comedy world. Even though he's no longer in the comedy world, he still gave me some good advice, and I appreciate it. All right, guys, it's time for our last game of the night, which is Who Said That? And that is where our comedic cast get to earn some more points by giving their best impressions of someone on the cast. If their guesser can get the answer correctly, they will win 5 points for themselves and their guesser. Everybody with me so far on the game rules?
Yes.
Yes.
Right? Not too hard. Always a good game to end with. All right, Randy, just because I saw you first, who are you going to pick to try to guess their impression? Will it be Rose, Malfunction Junction, Randy Holton? Oh, Lord, it's getting late. Insane, Bacon, or Nikki?
I can't choose myself.
No.
That'd be so easy. Randy. Oh yeah, it's Randy. Oh, I gotta pick somebody.
Yes, please. Before 3 hours comes, that would be nice.
All right, Bacon.
Always time for Bacon. All right, so let's pull up Bacon on the stream. And Bacon, you have to give your best impression of someone that's on the cast tonight. And Randy, it's up to you to guess who she's talking about. And if you do that, you guys will both win 5 points, okay?
Okay.
So 30 seconds on the clock, and let the impression begin in... Wait, who said that?
Okay, well, I'll take the points. I'll keep up with everything. Like that's what I usually do. Oh, you're gonna let Malfunction do it tonight? Okay. Well, I really like sports, and I come over here, and I'm really glad y'all let me be here. And I
Rose.
Yay! And I love you, Rose. You're amazing.
Rose, correct.
Oh, correct.
That's it. All right. Very good job. You had me on that impression right when you said I love sports. Very nicely done, you two. Congratulations. All right, Christy Bacon, who is going to be, who are you going to choose as your impressionist?
Let's see. I want to see Insane in the Membrane.
Insane in the Brain. I love you guys' choices. All right, Malfunction. Wait a minute. It's getting late. I'm telling you, it is late. I got other things on the mind, and he's not in the studio. That's the problem. There he is. There he is.
I'm here.
Okay, Nikki. It's Nikki's fault. She dropped out, and she just ruined my whole mojo. But that's okay. All right, Insane. You have 30 seconds on the clock to give your best impression. No, wait, to guess her impression. Yeah, to guess her impression. Okay. All right. 30 seconds on the clock, though. The time is still the same. Crispy Bacon, you'll give your best impression of somebody on the stream. And Insane, if you guess it, you will win, both of you, 5 points.
Okay. What happened to Nikki?
Oh, wait, she already did her impression. She did Rose. So it's your turn, Insane. You have to do the impression. And Bacon, you have to guess. Okay, go.
I can't get my drugs, my alcohol. Hold on.
Oh, don't hit a speed bump. At least not with your head.
No.
Mr. Tyler cerebral speed bump.
Correct.
Oh, correct. Something.
Oh my God. Congratulations. You guys won 5 points. That one always gets me where he wheels around. Oh my dear Jesus. All right. Well, now that I'm on a roll and I think I got this correct. All right, Insane. Who's going to be your next impressionist?
Who's available? A Randy,
Speed
maybe.
Bump. Rose,
Let's go with him.
Malfunction Junction.
Yeah.
Randy.
Speed Bump. Speed Bump's been my go-to for this show. So
okay, he's returned the favor. So all right, Speed Bump, give your best impression of somebody on the stream. Insane, if you guess it, you will be winning, both of you guys, 5 points. All right, Speed Bump, let her rip. 30 seconds.
Hello. Sometimes I like to make fun of my friend Cerebral Speed Bump, but sometimes I like to make fun of him getting his own drugs.
It's me. I just want to let him keep going.
So today's topic is going to be
Insane.
insane in the membrane. You know, I don't know if I'm coming or going. You know, sometimes I like to be here. Sometimes I like to, mute my microphone. But I'm here, Miss Brenda. I'm always here. I love being here.
Well, he's guessed
Still
3
me.
times.
Insane.
But you have to put your finger on your nose if it is correct. There we go. I know it's getting late. That's why we all are kind of punch drunk. But congratulations, you guys have won yourselves 5 whole entire points. All right, Speed Bump, who's going to be your hint? Who's going to be your impressionist?
I'm gonna go with Tony. Malfunction.
Malfunction junction. What's your function? You have 30 seconds to give your best impression of someone who hasn't been done just yet. And if you get it correct, Speed Bump, you will win you guys 5 points. So, Malfunction Junction, 30 seconds on the clock. Let the impressions begin.
Hold up. Wait.
Bacon.
There we go. Correct. I done had that in my head, man. I had to go with that.
I love that sound. Pew, 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 pew.
It's your fault it happens then.
Oh my God. Well, congratulations, the 2 of you. You knocked that out of the park pretty quickly. So 5 points to the 2 of you. And Malfunction Junction, it's your turn. Who's going to be your impressionist?
Nikki Halston.
Ooh, I love it. Let's see if she's, oh, there she is. All right, Nikki, 30 seconds on the clock to give your best impression. And Tony, if you guess it, you'll win yourself and Nikki another 5 points. Let the impressions begin.
Well, Brenda, I've been out yonder. I'm up in Tennessee, and I'll tell you what, I stopped by the Circle K to get something to drink, and there was 2 hookers out there. Walked right past them, and wind blew the wrong way, and they smelled like cold bologna sandwiches. But I still asked them if they wanted to buy some steak from me, and they did.
She's doing the impression of you.
Malfunction Junction?
Correct.
That was spot on. That was really good. Okay. All right, Nikki, it is now your turn. Who is going to be your impressionist?
Oh my gosh. Rose hasn't done one, right?
That is correct. All right, Rose. 30 seconds on the clock to give your best impression of somebody who has been impressionless. Let's go.
Well, I live right by the stadium, and they had the lights, and it was like I was going to do
Randy
a show.
Holton.
Correct.
Tampa.
Did he say that he lived by the stadium?
He did. He said he could hear all the action.
You guys got that. Like, that was like cold turkey. So congratulations on the 5 points. You guys are killing it with the impressions. Rose, who is going to be your impressionist?
Randy's the last one left.
There you go. All right, Randy, 30 seconds on the clock to give out an impression of somebody who's been impressionless. And if you get it right, Rose, you will win, both of you, 5 more points. All right, Randy, let's go.
I went down to Arkansas and was running around and learning what they do in Arkansas. and I spent 3 days there. and
Nikki.
Correct.
Well, you don't have a southern enough twang, but I can see definitely she just came back from Arkansas, so definitely really, really good. Give yourselves a round of applause. I love playing that game. You guys do such good impressions of each other. And now we're going to give out a bonus 5 points because Nikki, I want to know, who do you think did the best impression?
Oh gosh. That's I can't say myself, and that's kind of uppity. So let me look at my notes here.
Yeah.
I love you.
You know what? I'm gonna give it to Randy just because I enjoy getting picked on. So I thought that was real good, man. You about got it.
All right, Bacon, who do you think gave the best impression?
Nikki. That was spot on.
It was pretty good. All right, Insane, who gave the best in
What happened?
I don't know. You blanked out for a second there, but who gave the best impression?
Nikki always does a great job at those. Terrible.
Okay, you just hold on there. We're almost done. Who gave the best impression, Randy?
Well, Insane did spin around pretty good on that wheelchair, so
He did a good 360. All right, Malfunction, who gave the best impression?
Well, I gotta go with Nikki, simply because at her own risk, she may be pregnant now.
All right, Rose, who gave the best impression?
Nikki's was pretty good.
Okay, right on. How about you, Speed Bump? Who gave the best impression?
Insane.
Definitely, if he would be awake, but I think it's by unanimous vote. That's another 5 points on the board for you, Nikki. Congratulations on the impression. So I'm gonna let you go ahead as your prize. Go ahead and spit your trivia question for our last trivia question of the night. And so pose your question and 3 answers, and we'll take it from there.
Oh, this question is wild, but here we go. When was the first beer introduced in the U.S.? Was it A, 1612, B, 1912, or C, 1812?
Okay, I love beer questions. Alcohol, all right. Go ahead and repeat the question and the answers.
Okay. When was the first beer introduced in the U.S.? Was it A, 1612, B, 1912, or C, 1812?
All right, you guys have heard the question and the answers 2 times over. I'm going to go ahead and put 1 minute on the clock and turn your comments on so that you guys can see what your audience is saying and see if they can help you. Nacho Brian has already chimed in with 1812, so you guys are off to a good start. Let the conversations begin.
1612.
That sounds right.
Back in the day, you couldn't drink water. You would drink
Correct.
beer and wine because the water was bad for you. And so it was brought like tobacco, beer, and coffee was brought over from the Italy and Spain and England. Those were the main. That's really what built America was cigarettes,
And
tobacco,
beer.
and beer.
Sam Adams made it.
Randy sounds like he was there. I'm going with him.
Yeah, first answer locked in.
No, just 1612 is the answer. Okay. All right.
Well, that's skew.
All right. You guys seem to have been listening to Randy a lot. Camera off. All right. So he says 1612. In Malfunction Junction says he sounds like he's been there. Kyle Yankowski says, I'm going with Randy too. Ha 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 ha. Zach No Break Estrada says there's no way that it would be after the Declaration of Independence. It's got to be the earliest one, but I don't think it was technically the United States at that point. Ooh, he got like a lot of information. Okay, then wait, who is this? Talmud. Oh, I don't know who this person is. Tal Madjav. I hope I got that right. I know I didn't, but he says number 3 though. So definitely he says number 3. All right, so let's see. Nikki, you seem to have the people tuning in baffled. You seem to have the cast kind of, following Randy. So go ahead and
Trust in Alzheimer's.
what the answer is and give us some background.
So I'm with Zach on this one because when I started like doing a little digging, I was like that number sounds weird. The answer is 1612, but I was just like him. I was like in my brain, which is already fried. I was like, wait a minute, the Declaration, and then round up, and then -3 divided by 11. Something don't add up, and I'm pretty sure the U.S. wasn't the U.S. at the time. They might have. I wasn't present for a lot of 6th grade, but 1612, y'all.
So I guess they got it right. So it sounds like you're going to be in a little bit of trouble because now your fate lies in their hands. All right, cameras on. I'm going to put 30 seconds on the clock. You guys will decide and only decide if she will do comedy or 3 minutes of something else. Let the conversations begin.
She loves this shit. Something else.
Something else. I love you.
Yeah. Something else.
Something
My
else.
boy.
Nothing in.
Something else.
Locked in.
Talk like me better than I do.
Y'all are on this something else kick. Y'all really like to put the person through it. It seems a little demonic at times, but
I was the first one of my name's Damien.
I'm always happy to see what you guys come up with. All right, Insane, before you fall asleep, camera on. What other would you like to see Nikki do?
She has to say booyah every 14th word or so.
So every 14th word or so, she has to scream out booyah. I like it. Okay, Randy Holton, camera on. What other would you like to see Nikki do?
That Tourette sentence was just too good.
So, well, I think we're already down that road with Insane, so you got to pick something else because he already has her screaming out booyah every 14th word or so, which I think is the technical definition of Tourette. So
every 10th word, she's got to say fuck.
No, she's already got one of those instructions. So Randy has nothing. Next, Malfunction Junction. Got off with that one, Nikki, because Randy can't come up with anything. So that's one less thing. All right, Malfunction Junction. What do you want Nikki to do?
I want her to explain the thermodynamics of her toaster after being up for a week.
Explain the thermodynamics of your toaster after being up a week. I hope you guys who are tuning in are writing this stuff down because I don't think I'm going to remember that, but I'm going to try. All right, Rose, what else would you like Nikki to do?
Just sing happy birthday.
Oh, wait a minute. Which version of Happy Birthday?
Just like one verse, like "Happy Birthday, Mr. President."
Okay, Happy Birthday, Mr. President. So the Marilyn Monroe version.
Yeah, just the Maryland
Extra
version, just
version.
one verse. It's like "Happy Birthday, Mr. President," and then like proceed, just like one verse. If she
Okay.
just sings that one line one time, and then proceed with the rest of.
Okay, at Malfunction Junction, you want her to explain the thermonuclear inner workings of her toaster?
What you just said.
Okay, I thought so. Randy had nothing. Insane, what did you want her to do?
Booyah.
Booyah. Okay, the most simplest one, and I can't remember. All right, Speed Bump, what other would you like to see Nikki do?
I would like to see her do all that as a special needs person.
All right. All of that as a special needs person, and all of that is Rose Valley wants her to sing Happy Birthday, Mr. President in her sexy voice. Malfunction Junction wants her to explain the thermal inner workings of her toaster. Randy didn't have anything, thank God. And Insane wants her to say booyah every 14th word or so. All right, Bacon, you have the last word on this. What would you like to see Nikki do?
I want her to be incredibly horny while she's doing this.
Incredibly horny singing Happy Birthday, Mr. President, while you are screaming out booyah every 14th word. And then Randy had nothing, thank God, while you're explaining the thermal inner workings of your toaster. We already said singing Happy Birthday, Mr. President. And then Speed Bump wants you to do what?
All of that as a special needs person.
All that as a special needs person. All right, Nikki, you seem to have your stage set for you, but I will give you an extra. I will give you extra credit if you will incorporate one of our audience members. Oh, there he goes. There you go. Kyle Yankowski says, I want to hear her talk about my yummies. So you will get extra credit if you incorporate all of that into this 3 minutes. The clock is set. It does not have to be jokes, but for the love of late night.
That'd be funny.
Better be funny.
That'd be
funny. Birds are fun.
Okay, so how y'all doing? I would like to start this night off by telling y'all about my motherfucking toaster, dude. I took the time out. It's taken me 26 hours and 32 minutes and like round up to about 8 seconds. But did you know that in a standard Walmart $10 toaster that if you got the time and the patience to bust that bitch down, you can get 17 pounds of copper out of that son of a bitch? Booyah. So I met this guy named Kyle out of Washington State, and I'm a Southern girl, so I like all kind of snacks, but he's got these yams, and these yams are massive. The biggest fucking thing I've ever seen in my life. And he every time I talk to him, I just like he sends me pictures of like his ass cheeks and this yam. And I'm just like, I want that thing in my fucking mouth. Booyah! Some people think I'm retarded, but I just got a fucking I just got a little bit of a Tourette's kick. And I'm not retarded, but they tell me I am. Just because I didn't make it past the 8th grade don't mean I'm retarded. I just couldn't get there half the time. Booyah. Happy birthday. To you. Happy birthday. Fuck. Mr. President. So anyway, this toaster. Listen, get your neighbor, borrow their toaster, run that shit, pull it out, take it to the pawn shop. Arnie's is right around the corner. They'll give you $75 a head. Get that fucking copper out of there. Booyah. Okay? Listen. I promise y'all I'm not retarded. I smoked a little bit of crack back in the day. I'm okay. It didn't really mess with me that bad. But booyah, you know what I mean? Like sometimes like I'll just get going and I can't stop. These toasters, who needs hot bread anyway? Hell, just go. Listen, where do you work? Go get the toaster out the break room. Get that shit. Bring it. Cut it down, strip it out. I'm just telling you, you never have to work again. Okay? Get it together. Booyah.
Time. Oh my gosh. Well, you definitely put all you had into that test. I heard a lot of booyows. I heard I don't know if you hit all the points, but we're going to, of course, play our next to the favorite game, which is we're going to test your funny. Are you ready to see your grades? Because you didn't win any points for the trivia question, but now's your chance to win some points. I will give you 5 points if you remain in the AB range, and I will give you 10 points if you happen to hit the honor roll. Okay?
Okay, I have a question.
Yes.
Did I get the 5 points for Kyle's yams?
Yes, you did. That is the bonus 5. You definitely worked the yams in, but you only get that if you get all A's. You have to get all A's. That's the bonus. That's the bonus 5. Okay. You got to climb the mountain before you win the prize. All right. So who's going to be your first grader?
Bacon.
Oh, she's counting on her girl power. All right, Bacon. A, B, C, D, or F fail. Ugh, that was terrible.
You were not horny enough. But you were talking about those yammies, and it is hard not to be a little excited when we're talking about the yams. So I know it was there. So I'm definitely gonna give you an A- because you did hit all the points and you had me rolling. That's the only thing I was questioning was you just didn't want the yams bad enough.
Okay, but Nacho Brian says spicier than the habaneros on my nachos.
What?
And Nacho Brian says A for sure. Okay. Well, you got 1 A, even if it's an A-, so you on the cutting block over here, but you're on the honor roll and you're looking good. So who's going to be your next grader?
Oh, I'm scared. I'm scared now. I'm gonna go with Insane.
All right, Insane. We gotta call him so he can wake up. All right, A, B, C, D, F fail. That was boring and put me to sleep. What would you grade that performance?
I'm gonna go with an A because I'm in pain over here. I'm insane. I'm in pain. Hey.
It's membrane. Okay. He's giving you an A because he's in pain, but an A nonetheless. So you are looking good. The honor roll is within reach. Who's going to be your next grader?
Randy Holton.
All right. You said that with some bass in your voice. All right, Randy. A, B, C, D, or F fail. Bomb. Crash. That was terrible.
Well, even though you canceled the fuck word, she still said the fuck word. And that's an A for me.
She definitely did. I didn't think you were going to catch that, Randy, but she definitely still threw that old F-bomb in there. So tic-tac-toe, 3 comedians in a row. So you have 3 A's. The honor roll is within your reach. You guys give Nikki a hand. Hey. All right, who's going to be your next grader?
Junction.
Okay. You Southerners seem to stick together. So A, B, C, D, or fail malfunction junction. I had that all messed up. What would you grade that performance?
Well, I mean, that was very smart and prophetic. It got everybody else's panties so wet in here you could waterboard a toddler. It's amazing. She did great. I'm going to give her an 8. And, I mean, I think Damien wanted to chime in, too.
Oh, yeah. I did want to chime in. And here's what I got to say about Nikki Halstead. I just posted it. She is the new Roseanne Barr. That was the funniest fucking set I ever fucking heard on the late night comedy game show. And as far as I'm concerned, you get my golden shout out.
Well, a very enthusiastic A. So the honor roll is still in reach. So you got a little A-, but you can't come back with 3 strong A's. So who will your next grader be?
Let's see. We are down to Speed Bump. I'm gonna go with Speed Bump.
All right, Speed Bump. A, B, C, D, or F, fail, crash, boom. That was terrible. What would you grade that performance?
I'm gonna go with an A because once again she ruptured my spleen, man. I gotta go to the hospital, man. Damn.
I'll say anything less would have been your kneecaps.
Hey, okay. Well, you got all A's. Nothing could go wrong unless Rose Valley gives you an F. So let's check in. Rose, A, B, C, D, or FL bomb. That was boring.
Oh, she gets an A. That was very funny. She hit all the points, I thought.
I thought so too. So y'all give it up for your girl Nikki Halstead, who wrangled out 15 points in this round. Very nice work because you got the extra for working in the yams. And yam. Oh wait, I gotta put this up here because Nikki, this is for you. Kyle Yankowski said only yams. And a yams only page. Yep. So you obviously definitely impressed him. So those are 5 points that are definitely yours for the taking. All right, guys, we have come to the end of the episode, and it is time for us to shout out and get the hell out. So we are going to start with Speed Bump. We're going to put 30 seconds on the clock for you to shout out, point score, and golden shout out.
Well, my shout out goes to everybody in this panel for being there for me and, picking me up. My other shout out goes to my open mic crew, City D Arts, and my golden shout out has to go, even though he's not here, I would like to shout out Mr. No Breaks.
Well, he is here. He's just on the other side of the screen. So shout out to Mr. Estrada for being out there and keeping our comment section full. Along, shout out to you, Speed Bump. What was your point score?
My point score was 10.
Malfunction Junction. Sound good?
No.
Okay.
Jesus fuck. Correct, yes.
10 it is. All right, Rose Valley, 30 seconds on the clock to shout out, point score, and golden shout out.
Shout out to everybody on the panel tonight. And my total point score was 23. And my golden shout out was to, I think, Nikki, because she really brought it that last time. I thought that was pretty funny. Everybody was laughing. That was a huge laugh. It kept me awake. So had a great time tonight.
Congratulations to her for keeping you awake. Let's check in. 23 points.
Yep.
All right, thumbs up. And while we have you here, go ahead and shout out, point score, and golden shout out.
Well, shout out. I haven't been hired in a long time, and now that's happened, I got a ride with Damien, so I'll give him a shout out. And shout out to you, Brenda, also for making this possible. You know how much meat I get to just throw in the mouths of starving people, children, even. It's weird. It's just weird.
Do you
Anyway, like I was saying, my point score. I had 20 points.
Okay. Well, not enough to take the lead from Rose, but still a valiant effort for being tired of having to throw your meat in people's mouth. But try to stay tuned to the green room, and so we can catch up with your endeavors. All right, Randy Holton, 30 seconds to point scores, shout out, and golden shout out.
I like to shout out this scratch off, even though I didn't win shit. The next one's gonna be a big one. I have 21 points.
Okay, let's check in. 21 points.
Yep.
All right, looking good. Tony came back with the point scoring. All right, and your golden shout out?
Bacon, she fought her way in. Is she still here?
No, I think her internet gave out, but shout out to Bacon. Woo! Well, shout out to you, Randy. Thank you for joining us, even though it was because your open mic got canceled. We still enjoy having you anyway, and it wouldn't have been half the show it was without you. So shout out to you. All right, Insane, 30 seconds to shout out, point score, and golden shout out.
Do I have to shout my score? I think I have 26. And I'm going to give the shout out to Nikki because she's very funny.
Hold on, let's check in. 26.
Yes. Yeah, that is correct. And I didn't get my golden shout out. I got to give that to Nikki as well because it was an improv clinic. She did fucking amazing. So there you go.
All right. So your points are correct, and you're in the lead. So go ahead and golden shout out.
A golden shout out to Pueblo Funny in Colorado, where I first entered the stage back in 2017-ish. If you're ever out in Colorado,
We just gonna give that up to old people. But shout out to you, Steven. Mr. Insane, for fighting through the sleepies and joining us on the show anyway. It's almost over. Just hold out a couple more seconds. All right, Nikki, go ahead and shout out, point score, and golden shout out.
Shout out to Miss Brenda and the panel. As usual, it's always a good time. I love it every time I come in here from start to finish. Points, I'm pretty sure, I'm like 99.9 that I got 33.
Let's check in.
Yep.
All right, so that means you take the lead and the win for 30 points, even though our max is $25 because we ain't rich around here, but you win. So congratulations. And your golden shout out goes to?
My golden shout outs going to my fellas in the comments. They're always here. They're always backing us up and supporting us, and that means the world to me. So shout out to all my people in the comments. I love y'all.
Ooh, the comment section. Now that is one for the record books. Well, I am going to pick. Who am I going to pick on today? You know what, Randy, since you said her name more than anybody else on this show, I am going to let you give Bacon shout out since she's not here to give it herself. So 30 seconds on the clock to do your best impression of Bacon giving her shout outs.
Pew, 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 pew. I'd like to shout out to Brenda, and I'd like to shout out my girl Nikki, and I'd like to shout out to my girl Rose, our girl power. Pew, 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 pew.
Strip club, strip club. I do strip club.
That was very, very good, Randy. Thank you for stepping in. And Malfunction Junction, what was her points? Bacon.
Bacon had 523 points.
All right. Sounds like we could make that happen. And who do you think she'd give her golden shout out to, Speed Bump?
She would probably give it out to Nikki.
I think that's a good choice. Rose, who do you think she would give it out to?
Either Nikki or Brenda, or maybe everybody.
Her golden shout out. Okay, to everybody. Malfunction Junction, who do you think she'd give her golden shout out to?
Damien said him, but I was going to say Nikki, but just because of the pattern, or Rose. Just I don't know, probably both of them because it's a girl thing.
Okay.
They synchronize.
Who do you think she'd give her golden shout out to?
My girl Nikki.
Insane. Who do you think she'd give her golden shout out to?
For you, for letting her drop out of the show because of her unfortunate internet situation.
That would definitely make it better. All right, Nikki, who do you think she'd give her golden shout out to?
Me, because number one, that's my dog. You know it.
I do know it. Well, my shout outs go to all of you guys, Malfunction Junction, Nikki, Randy, Rose, Speed Bump, and Insane, and of course our girl Bacon, whose internet wouldn't let her get through the show. But definitely shout out to the Comedy Card Squad. You guys are doing amazing work and making me look like I am an absolute genius with the Sauce in the City Late Night Comedy Card Game. The game launch is coming up here in a few days, but shout out to Estrada, Nacho Bryan, Crispy Bacon, and myself and AA Printing for their hard work in making this deck come to life. If you guys want one of the very last remaining decks left, simply comment on this video or hit me up in the inbox. They are $5 plus shipping and handling, which estimated is about $10 per pack. You guys can purchase out the rest of this 100 deck run. We have already hit 50. So give it up for yourselves. Woo! I can't believe it. We already hit 50 decks sold and we show no signs of slowing down. So you better get yours because they're going pretty quickly. Shout out to all of the folks in our audience that were just chatting along and making the show so much fun. Kyle Yankowski, Zach No Breaks Estrada, Nacho Bryan, and we had a few other people that I didn't recognize, so shout out to them. I hope you guys come back. Seal Their Lid came by and said, damn, Nikki, you're wearing a yellow bandana. Okay, so he's on your fashion choices.
Mama Cass.
You're in a banana ring. Okay. All right.
Gang on.
That was a little jokey. I'm definitely feeling it. And then we had this other person who was just kind of hanging in here with us and said a couple of things that I can't find. but I said their name earlier, so that should work. But with that being said, my name is Brenda Brown, and I'm finna get the hell out of town because Sauce in the City Late Night Comedy Collector Card Game Deck coming to you just in time for Christmas. And let's face it, y'all are gonna need something. Catch us on our next episode, which happens to be Friday, this upcoming Friday. There's no stopping us now. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. You guys are the wind beneath our wings. And we're out of here, and we'll see you next time. Stay tuned to the green room.
Here we go. You know what? I know. Sauce in the City is my favorite show. I know, yes. Brenda is my girl, don't you know?
All right. We are at the end of that episode. Get that out of your faces. Very good, everybody. And as always, I'm gonna cut this short because I gotta wake up super early in the morning, and super early comes super early. Okay. So kisses and hugs, and I'll see y'all on the next one.
Hey Brenda, can I buy one of those cards with a credit card? Just out of curiosity, or does it have to be with Venmo or Cash App?
It has to be with Cash App. Okay. Wait, whoa. The pre-sale cards have to be with Cash App because for tax purposes. But if you wait until after my birthday, then you can buy it with the method that you choose. However, the card decks will be $7.99 plus shipping and handling.
Okay. Well, I have to get Cash App anyway. Okay, so I'll just look into it. All right, thank you.
Okay. All right, guys.
Have a great night. Sweet dreams, everybody.
We'll talk later.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
Night.
Good night.
Good night. Trying to